Hello everyone, this is Sado and this game on Golden Glitch just started. We're 2 minutes in the game. Just in a couple of minutes to set up. Obviously not much happens in the meantime, so there wouldn't be any talking, anything to talk about anyway, so I just let you watch some of these players here to give you a short introduction. Teams are playing Glove vs. Right on Golden Clips. We have Kerwin 30, Stefan the Great and Zaid Lenka, some Polish player. I'm not entirely sure who that might be. Obviously a fake name. And in the second team we have Esman. Sorry, this is actually Kungan. Rampenplan and Esman is on the bottom. I'll leave you looking at. Wait a second, this isn't Golden Clips. This is Shadow Realm, obviously. I think they changed it at the last minute in lobby. I guess I need to update my description as well. Uh-huh. And the first player was a strange name. Okay. Okay. Need to put up my advertisements on Facebook. That will take a couple of minutes. So as you can see gold. I think this is so much of an issue. almost done. Just a little while. Remember that you can use either Twitch chat or YouTube chat to communicate with me. I'll keep looking at both, obviously. Seems like I have quite some viewers right now. It's probably a better time than last time I was streaming to stream. Last time was I started about 22 and streamed 2 games. It's kind of empty. There weren't many viewers. I think I had like about 4 in the second game, but it was very late, obviously, so was something to be expected. So yeah, hello to everyone here. I'm Sando, and we're watching a game on Shadow Realm, map made by coaches. It's a 3 vs 3 map. We've got, well, obviously we've got 6 players here. You can see their names on the top. You can also see the teams at the bottom bar. I'm playing left versus right, so Gerwin's team is on the left, and Ungen and his teammates are playing on the right. If there's anything wrong with my stream settings, just let me know in either in YouTube or on Twitch. I probably need to tweak the volume a little bit. Might be a bit better right now. Okay, a bit too much, I guess. Oh, should stay that way. Okay. So let's start 15 minutes in the game. We're looking at Kunken's base. He's finishing up his first farm. That's a strange place to place it, though. If I were him, I'd probably make my iron production in this area. He's cutting on, yeah. He plans to move this forest here. Well, there's plenty of ways you can play this lock, I guess. Hello Guiderance, happy birthday by the way. Can't see chat on Twitch, I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe it's not working. A second. Okay, seems to be working. Okay, now I can see Twitch chat. So Gerwin is this guy, playing on location 1. Oh, probably my favorite location is Shadow Realm. A quick look at what he's doing tells me he's gonna have some wood problems. Early planting woodcutter is absolutely necessary here. I used to make one near the gold usually. It's going to be really problematic for Gerwin to make enough wood, I'm afraid. Only 4 woodcutters, but all of them were in forest, so they didn't plant almost at all. The tree trunks he's got in the buildings will be enough for a while, but he'll have to limit his amount of buildings a lot. I'm not entirely sure whether... Well, okay, Stefan probably has this out of range, so there's 5 more trees Garwin can reach, but it'll be hardly enough for what he will need. It will be a really bad game. From my experience, there's already a big problem here. Gold could be a bit faster too, although that's manageable. Well, sorry Garwin, probably not what you wanted to hear. A lot of advice, just like I said before. You on Shadow Realm, Golden Cliffs maps with not a lot of wood, not a lot of starting wood in the forests. It's usually nice to make one woodcutter, at least one, if you can, 2 are even better, which will plant in some empty space without trees. Make it early, so by the time you cut all the trees down, which is almost now in Gerwin's base, you will have enough wood planted and ready to be cut in that first woodcutter. Anyway.
User entered your channel.
Progress is also right. The roadwork could be a bit better.
User left your channel.
There's a shortcut somewhere here.
User left your channel.
Well, there's more places he could make a shortcut, but I don't even know why one would build like this. I'd probably prefer to make this road a bit longer. Wouldn't have too much, but they wouldn't have to, at least they would have to go in front of the storehouse. You can see these 2 pieces of this base are connected here only with one road. So they all will be going through the storehouse. All the traffic in the base. It's already kinda bad and it will only get worse in the meantime. So that's something that can be changed while waiting for the wood to be planted, because there'll be probably at least 5 minutes where there will be a wood shortage. So far it looks good, but you can see only two trees are left here to be cut, and that's it for now. So we have about like 30 maybe pieces of timber that he can use at most for the next 5-10 minutes. Then he'll be able to start cutting some of these maybe. Definitely has to go to the forest at the bottom. Maybe steal some trees from Stefan as well, if he doesn't mind. Speaking of Stefan, let's see what's happening in his base. 30 means till peacetime. That's his first gold smelter. This is terrible. Really late. What happened? Yeah, well, going for iron too early is not always the best idea. I learned it the hard way. You can see he's lacking an important shortcut as well, but seems like he's planning to do it probably now. I can see Philo joining the stream. Hello Philo. Okay, so you can see wood. He's got only one sawmill, or am I being blind again? Yeah, only one. Making the second one here should be fine, but there's well, okay, he's got this forest here. Should be fine for a while. This one will help a lot as well. I don't exactly remember how many trees he had on this log. Probably forest here, you can see by the stumps. There's been plenty of trees here as well, so it's probably a bit better log than location 1 when it comes to wood. But I'm too lazy to check the editor. Might be that Gerwin simply cut everything down before we could take a look at it, and he's had plenty as well, just wasted it at the start. It's possible. So far, apart from terrible gold, really late gold, Doesn't look that bad in Stefan's base. There's some farms. I think this iron mine might have been made a bit later. So our gold should be a priority, like always. At least one. He might need a second gold smelter pretty soon if he wants to catch up. Okay, let's take a look at maybe someone from the other team. We've looked at Kungen, but maybe a quick look before we look at the bottom. Well, he's got 3 farms, 4th is going to be made very soon. He's going on with iron production, not a lot of coal mines. All of them here. I'm guessing he'll make a bit more here later on, and for now he just wants to make some as fast as possible, regardless of the distance. It's probably best to divide your iron production between top and bottom on this log, because you have plenty of coal. You have much more coal here on the top than on the bottom. So you kind of have to use both. So if I were him, I'd just make the well, ideal would be to go up with his iron smithies,
User entered your channel.
and make some of the armor and or weapon smithies on the top, maybe one on the bottom. Well, it depends how you want to play it. Last time I saw coaches playing here, looked a bit different. The place was really looking really nice. Okay, let's take a look at S-Man playing quite a hard lock. I forgot the location number, but you can see you have to place a great deal of stone before you can reach any sensible forests on this lock. But the upside is that you have loads of space and loads of trees here. This is really nice. Okay, especially for progress, a quick look at Gerwin's base. I'm satisfied. Can we go to S-Man? Thank you. You can see he only got 3 farms, but kind of like coaches last time on Kungen's log. He simply makes 3 farms and the fields for them, and then when they are almost done planting, he can build 3 more. Because obviously when there's only planting is to be done by the farmer, then he can make basically he can do twice as much stuff as usual when he doesn't have anything to cut. So he can easily plant for the 2 farms in the same time as he'd usually do for the one when he would be cutting and planting. So when you can see the farms started cutting the corn, that's probably the time to make the second farm for each of these double fields. So that's what he's doing right. What he isn't doing right, however, I don't know. Not sure what were his timings with gold. Seems kind of fine. With the safe amount, not too bad. Plenty of coal mines. I like this base. One little problem I can see, although he still has plenty of wood, but only with... sorry, he's got a second one somewhere. Always had problems spotting sawmills in cities. Fido, I think you told me about this some time ago, but I'd appreciate some heads up after the game on what this Polski Strumyki thing is. Some whereabouts, where can I find them, etc. Because I'm too lazy to Google. I'm not sure whether Knights Merchants would be good for this sort of thing, but I guess we'll talk after the game. Okay, so I'm kind
User
of
entered your channel.
I'm having good hopes in Esmond's base for now. Maybe it's time to see that mysterious pink player from Poland. I won't even call him by name because it's obviously a fake name and I don't know who that guy might be. From what we see so far, seems to have enough of everything. Wood shouldn't be too bad. He's building exactly like everyone does on this log. There's not that much of a different way you can do this. Not too bad, I guess. Should probably make this some of independent buildings, some more only than one. Wood should be fine for now, even if he doesn't have anything here. Finishing up his almost with his one is already working since a while. Seems to be going for some kind of combo with Swordman, probably standard combo, Swordman boss. We have yet to see whether he builds the stables, but there's a building draft here, so probably, most likely, yeah. Farm's not too bad for Shadow, should be fine. Should make one more sooner or later, I guess. Traffic is kind of fine. Good use of a shotgun on the left side here, but it's not entirely necessary. You can see there's a couple of different ways you can reach a certain point going from one end of the base to another, so it's not too bad. Should be fine. Let's see the yellow player, Rampenplan, Dutch guy. A bit tricky. Iron on this location is, and there's not a lot of. Well, there's 4 farms. Kinda looks like, I don't know. One woodcutters here, one here, but it was probably still planting for some time. You can see, yeah. So he just instead of cutting only, he let the woodcutter plant one cycle of planting, so about 10 minutes or so, I guess. And when it started cutting again, he probably disabled it around then. So wood doesn't seem too bad at the moment. There's plenty of trees planted here. Okay. There's 24 minutes till peacetime. Could estimate he's aiming for about, well, 25 iron units probably. The swine house could be a bit earlier, but they will work, I guess. Let's take a look at Gedwin again. Yeah, you can see has way too much cotton here, which probably indicates that he's still having wood problems. This time, however, they are
User disconnected from your channel.
related to the fact that he doesn't have third sawmill. Yeah. At this point, I'd probably make the fourth one as well, but I'm not sure. You see, the problem is that he's trying to go on with all the other stuff in his city. Well, at this point, maybe it's better because he'll have some iron and well, he definitely needs swines and stables. We go
User
for
entered your
slugger.
channel. User in your channel timed out. User entered your channel.
That's probably not needed. Fido, I have no idea. Thing might be Całka Oznaczona, the Polish guy. Całka, whatever. Or there might be Martin, but I'm not entirely sure. Some Polish guy, that's for sure. Let's take a look at Stefan. Is he really the great Stefan we expect from his nickname? We're about to find out.
User left your channel.
Doesn't seem too bad. Might need one more farm. It's a little later. Right now everything seems fine. It's kind of a late second swine farm. It's kind of late to make a second goldsmith right now. Well, it depends how his base is working, obviously, but I think it might be a problem. Not that much of a serfs. Only 47. Which is to be expected given no second gold smelter till 20 minutes till peacetime. I don't think this is needed. Yeah, forgot he made one, I guess. Is this guy even going to work? It's a bit of a... I can't even see fish here. Ah, okay, there are some. Might be enough, but I have my doubts. We'll see in a while, I guess. Time to see Kungan, probably. I don't like this road here. I'm not sure, probably can't make a shortcut over there, but yeah, he's kind of trying to do something, but I don't know whether it will help. But seems like it was a temporary problem. Does he have some? No weapons here. So iron probably started working just now. This is kind of late. Not more than 20. Oh wait, sorry. Ah, okay, the traffic jam was because of serfs going to the barracks. I didn't notice. My bad. Uh, so maybe it's not that bad here. Because then the roadwork seemed more or less fine. There's always an alternate route. Shouldn't be any problems. Ah, Philo, I don't play. I can stream your game, but I can't play. I decided to become a professional streamer in camera because I'm too bad playing this game. Just a waste of time. It's much more fun to stream. Ramp and plan. Location 5. No problems with wood, it seems. It's kinda... Well, should have expected that probably. Just like lags from bottom, that's also something I should have expected before. Maybe it would be better if you just watch the stream instead. That's probably what will happen soon. Seems like we have a little break. Stefan needs a couple of minutes. So far, I liked S-Man's base a lot. Need to take another look at it when we're back. Stefan should be fine. The only base I don't like so far, probably Gadwin's. We're back in the game. We are looking here. Should be fine in Rampag's base. Still plenty of time. He's got some admirals and shields here. So at least 25 iron troops should be possible. I bet the swine farms were quite late, but his tanneries and tannery at least one, and sausage maker. Well, okay, he's got the butcher already, so it's not too late. You can see he's worked with all the pigs already, so it's not too bad. The worst thing is that... okay, he still has plenty of food. It's not too bad. There's still some time, 16 minutes, so maybe the late tannery. Maybe it's not that late, I mean. He's got a weapons workshop already, which is not too bad. Okay, and this is S-Man's base. Magnificent farms here. Only 7, but should be plenty for this map, making the 8th one here as well. Oh, okay, so sorry, I thought he's got only one gold smelter, but seems like he wants to make a second school here instead. Nasty woodcutter. Made a tree here.
User entered your channel. User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Should probably move on TeamSpeak
Channel switched.
because
Sound muted. See you soon. Channel switched.
this sounds maybe annoying. Anyway, there's 40 minutes to peacetime. You can see plenty of weapons in Espan's barracks. He's finishing up his army workshops. He's a school as well. There's one weapons workshop at least. You can see any others. Making some more. I like this base a lot. Should have plenty of troops, especially after peacetime. On peacetime should be quite fine as well. You see he's preparing some wine here. Not the worst idea, I'd say. Seems like he's thought about every single aspect of a successful base, so I'm pretty confident in Esman's abilities here. Let's see his counterpart, the pink guy. We're approaching peacetime in about 13 minutes, so there's not a lot of time left. Oh, this base ain't too bad. There's plenty of iron here in the barracks. Should have easily about 30 if he'll have enough swords, but if he doesn't, it's not really a problem. But you can see this base is pretty good. I'm starting to suspect this might be Remake. The farms. I don't remember what kind of farms he was making, but his nickname is just too suspicious. Remake should still be on vacations, but I'm not sure. Maybe he's back in a silent way, trying to trick us all. You can see, comparing him with Esman, very similar army. Esman actually is exceeding my expectations. He's a pretty good player, but I didn't see him in a while. Seems like he's a bit better than I expected. Whoops! Wow. The way you should do it is to fail only for a while, and that's probably way easier than trying to patch up all those trees with wine farms, only because the woodcutter don't have anywhere else to plant. 3 swine farms, 1 stables. This is a pretty good base, I'd say. Only 6 farms, but it should be enough, I guess. Especially if there's a lot of corn here. It doesn't seem like he has... Nah, he's 70 shares, should be fine. There's not a lot of mistakes I can see here. Pretty good base, I'd say. I'm really curious, which player is that? Not sure whether that's Remake level, but it's quite good. There's 9 minutes and there's 7 ladders here, so about 40 should be possible. Plenty of iron. You can see he's a bit short on swords, but I actually think this is better. Better timing on his part than Esman, because Esman already has almost enough swords, so he needs to change his distribution of waves. Let's try to find the weakest guy in every team, but I don't know whether the right side has any, because you can see all the 3 players of the right team have more or less the same armies, really nice armies from both Kungen and Rampen clan. I'm not sure about these swords here. Yeah, native here. But there's still about 8 minutes, so should be plenty of time. These bases aren't that bad. There's shitloads of farms in this base. I think 9. Can I count? Yeah, 9. One in the making. I can see which one. Can spot. Here. Wow. You can see this base is pretty chaotic, but should do its job, I guess. Should be quite a good army. Let's see Stefan. Way too many swords. I should change his distribution right away. Seems like he didn't even touch it. Oh, only here. Here, yeah. Not that great with ladder and weapons. Still need some catching up. Only one weapon workshop, if I'm correct. Yeah, he's got 2. Yeah, second one here. It's quite far away from wood production. Maybe that's not the greatest idea. If I were him, I'd make it somewhere here, probably. Let's see, Gerwin. Oh, for a second I thought he doesn't even have barracks, but it's not that bad. Nobody's writing in the chat, really. Come on, guys. I can see that you're here. Maybe you want to know something. Take a last look at any of the bases before the peacetime. There's 6.5 minutes to peacetime. Gedwin, 11 most. Let's say 20 iron troops and about 30 at most of leather. One upside is that he doesn't seem to have a problem with wood anymore. The downside is that, as you can probably hear just as well as I can, there's not a lot of food here. There's none, basically no food. Ooh. I'm really not sure about those farms. You can see they are not that effective, and especially these ones. This one has basically nowhere to work. These two even. They are supposed to go out, but obviously the guy will try to go to the bottom at first, and then he'll eventually go on top. Okay, Raging Bullet, at least you have a pretty good reason not to type, so you're excused. Let's see, towers should be fine on the left side. That was the pink guy. Quite fine. A bit lacking on the wood weapons. Okay, probably the time has come to make some shortcuts to the barracks. You can see Stefan and Gerwin have plenty of horses, which is nice. Just hope he fixes his base. Not a lot of food, as I said before. Just a little last look at every single base. Really like this, what you see here. Same here. Oh, second team is really going all in. Really nice base. Plenty of army too. We just, I think it's almost peacetime, so in 10 seconds we'll Take a look at everyone's barracks, and there's probably gonna be lobby soon. So let's begin. Location 1, Gerwin. 2020, 11 horses. Horses, nice. Anything else is kinda bad. Stefan the Great, not so great, to be honest. Should limit his sword production a bit. The biggest problem is that he has no leather, and even less wooden weapons than that. Only 14 bows on peacetime. This is a disaster, I'd say. 12 horses would be nice normally, but didn't have enough of other stuff. That's really bad. The pink guy, a bit short on the wooden weapons as well, only 30 leather after all. 9 horses and okay iron, not too bad. Best player in his team so far. I mean by far, obviously. Kungen. Iron is fine. Horses are fine. Not enough wooden weapons. Rampant plan. It's well, it's kinda nice, but the amount of leather could be a bit higher. S-Man, terrible lag for whatever reason, but he lacks a bit of weapons as well. But probably the best base and kind of best army as well from all the players. Closely followed by Rampant Plan. No break. No break, I guess. That's even better. So maybe let's watch it from the right side's perspective this time. If you want to hear my opinion on Stefan, he's not bad. I'd say he sometimes has better or worse games. He's still relatively new in our TeamSpeak community. Okay, you can see right side is counting. No towers here. This is kind of bad, but I guess he can deal with that. I think Stefan's trying to catch some of these horses here. Seems like a good idea.
Into the battle! Into the battle!
Seems like his scout will go unnoticed. Whoops. Actually, okay. This is gonna be a terrible mistake on Stefan's part. He even doesn't have horses nearby, so he'll probably lose all those bowmen for nothing. Really good job from Rampant Plan and really bad from Stefan. You can see it's kills for free. Can't even help himself. He loses all the bows. This is a really nice payoff, even for one night. It's not too bad. It's probably gonna get caught. Yeah, getting caught. It was close though. He still killed. Still killed so many. I think he had about 20 bowmen, right? No, 14 on peacetime. Might have been a bit more. So killed at least 10. Really good job from Rampant Plan. Let's see how the left side is scouting. The pink guy is coming up with his army. Same with S1 on the right side. Someone lost the scout, I think it was Kungen. Might have been Espan though, I didn't watch properly. Why Kungen has so little? Whoa! That's a severe lack of wooden weapons. Okay, rampant plan coming up here. Where's the Stefan? Doesn't follow, which means Galwin will most likely lose soon. Okay, Kungen's maneuver was really bad, so it might actually be false. Yeah, he's gonna get caught. Kungen lost all his swords right now, basically. But it might not be too bad if they manage to catch with Rampant Plan's army, then it should be a good spot to fight. Kungen doesn't even move his troops. This is really bad. Okay, probably... Oops! Well, seems like Kungen is showing his very low skill. He basically lost an entire army for nothing. Totally not Rampant Plan's fault. If I were him, I'd probably still try to pursue anyway, because now Kungen lost his own troops for nothing, but obviously it was his own fault. Really bad for the right side. That's unfortunate. In the meantime, well, both players here can see most of the troops. Pretty even, although a bit more balls on the left side. We can see probably Stefan is gonna be the guy to be attacked. It's a really good position for the right side to attack. Gedwin can't do much if he gets blocked, even if Kungen almost doesn't have troops left. He has plenty of bowmen, which means going through such a small entrance is going to be a big problem. What Gedwin should do is probably move his horses through the left passage here, if it's walkable, or here somewhere. So it's still possible that Kungen's terrible mistake will be fixed by his teammates on the bottom. Looking at those armies, the chances are pretty even, and there we go, Stefan's horses got caught in a really bad way for them. All in all, this is a really strange catch. Probably not too good for Stefan. Although this should win easily, unless Rampant helps himself with the horses. Nothing happens on the top. Asman kind of doesn't want to join the fight. Should have started shooting way earlier, to be honest. Kungen comes here to help with the horses, but this might mean he'll get attacked by Gerwin. We'll see. Seems like Esmond has an advantage on the bottom and Rampant already won. So yeah, it's almost GG, I guess. Nothing happens on top. Yeah, well, attacking here is way too late. It's really hard to attack through that entrance anyway. So Gerwin should have probably just moved all of his knights to the bottom when there was plenty of time to do this, but it's way too late now. So it's almost over probably, because most of the troops from the left side, from Stefan and Mysterious Pink Guy, were killed. It was quite an even fight, but seems like the right side had a better position. Seems like GG. Let's see the stats. Okay, so Stefan and Ramp have done best kills by far. You can see, just like we predicted, the Pink Guy and S-Man had the best armies on the map. Gerwin and Stefan really kinda bad in this game. Should have been switched, one of them should have been switched with Aiden Rampal and Kunga, and then the balance would be much better. Obviously balance is not everything in this game, but would be probably much more fair with the armies they produced. Economy wise, seems like Stefan had some hunger problems, did he? You can't see from Gerwin's base, but he probably retrained what he lost. Everyone pretty much made the same stuff. It's interesting that Esmond didn't have a lot of buildings. His base looked pretty big. You can see, just like we expected, Esmond and the Pink Guy, quite similar graphs, really nice armies. Food production, Gerwin and Stefan, worst by far. The Pink Guy, not too bad, I mean not too good in theory, but was probably enough. So yeah, it was kind of a bad balance in this game. Okay, let's see whether they make another one. Oh crap. Really? No spot for me? Guys, come on. Okay, so they're starting from safe, it seems. I kinda hoped for a new game. I'll try to see in the meantime whether there's a new game coming up. Does the save game even make sense? Well, yeah, they still didn't fight, so should be fine. Is there to be fixed in this base? So we got some wine yet. Should be enough farms, but as I said, these farms are not really effective, I guess. Maybe it's better to have some ineffective ones than none, but still there's a lack of fields here. Still fighting there. This is a nice a little corner of the base with all the leather production here. Not the worst idea actually. Really lacks food here though. It's got 3 swine farms. Might think about making a mill. Yeah, there's one actually. Okay, so maybe it'll get fixed soon, but it's yet to be seen. Stefan seems to have similar problems. No bakery. Okay, this time seems like Gerwin tries to help on the bottom. And now, given how Rampant Plant decided to go to the top, the situation is way different. Asmon has probably has to go behind towers or this cliff, because he can get killed easily. Might be an interesting fight pretty soon. Not sure why these horses are here.
Fire at will! Watch your mouth! Fire!
Okay, there we go. A really stupid catch from Stefan again. Although maybe it's not that bad. Look, he caught Rampant Plant's troops around, which is really nice, but his knights got caught the same way here. He only killed a couple here. For whatever reason this isn't even fighting. Ah, because Esmond is here, okay. No, didn't have a choice. But look at Gerwin, it's gonna be a massive amount of kills for him. Lots of horses walking here. He needs a bit more melee though to be safe, but given how he'll easily kill enough balls to not care, I think he might win on the left, even despite lack of army here. But okay, they still have a lot of horses here. So depending on where they go, yeah, Rampant gonna defend his boss, so okay, Gerwin can't win here. That's a bummer. And Espan will easily win, but okay, well, I think it's still not resolved. Espan's probably stronger by far, but
Into the battle!
okay. Okay, I see some 3 randoms having a 60 peacetime lobby to x2 speed. I could stream this if there's enough players there. I could also stream the game here. I'd be happy to stream both, but I guess it's not something I know how to do. There's not a lot of players here. Okay, so let's join the random lobby. Okay, I'll be looking at the lobbies in the meantime. Let's see. Well, there's a TeamSpeak lobby here, okay.
Hey, wake up.
I think there's gonna be much action in this lobby, but the other one has 4 players already. So we'll probably stream the other one. I'll just wait a little. Want to know which lobby is most successful. Okay, seems like the host isn't here, but there's plenty of players. We can already start a 6-player game, I guess. Okay, so there's plenty of players. The game should start pretty shortly. I'm kinda hoping for 8 players. Should be more stuff happening. Do you guys have any problems with my stream, or is it fine? Because Golem, as you can see, Golem says there's a problem with the quality. Ah, okay, now we've got the answer. I think, yeah, well, I think I can't make it lower, because 720p is already a bit low for most of people. But The bitrate is 3.5 megabyte. I'm not sure right now. Megabit, yeah, megabit, 3.5. So so many specs. Eruption. It's so many players. Now got only four specs. This guy will probably go to spec as well. Okay, maybe not. I don't know these guys. Still waiting for the lobby, for the players to come and for the game to start. Looking through the other lobbies, but there doesn't seem to be any other ones that I could stream. And I wanted to stream, there were 3 players in another lobby, unknown to me, some 2 Turkish guys, one probably Russian guy. Okay, so need one more guy, I guess. Okay, well, Well, this way they're definitely gonna have enough players. It might be a problem to have a game right now, it seems. I'm really not sure what's happening in this lobby. Not sure if I want to stream this. Hopefully they'll start this time. Okay, seems like a good time for me to take a short walk, get some water. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, seems like they've started. I'm back. For a couple of minutes I probably will not be talking as much. There's nothing to talk about. I need to eat something as well, so Rebound is the map they are playing. It's supposed to be kinda easy, kinda hard map. It's easy to spam here, but it's a strange map because it's very easy for experienced players and very hard for novice players, or beginners, because of very low amount of food in the storehouse. But on the other hand, iron is extremely easy to get on most of the locations, as you can see. You basically have coal and iron next to the storehouse on many logs. Well, this one is an exception. Still, it's not too hard here either. Just like you can see, golem building to the left, you can easily start moving towards the left side. So I forgot to change the bottom bar. I'll do that now. Okay, so as you can see, the teams are Stalin, Razor and Bation versus Stocky, the Raging Bullet and the Golem. Even there's very little food, there's plenty of space, farms, multiple locations, which means that once you start making farms, you can make many, and the bases tend to be really spammy once you have time to build enough of them. quite a lot of gold. We're 17 minutes in the game, watching Colin's base on the rebound. At the moment he seems to be expanding his base. He's making some woodcutters, maybe one here. Most likely make a bit more soon. Has two sawmills. He's had plenty of trees around here. About to make a second farm and then planning to make a sawmill and a woodcutter then there, I guess. Making his baby steps into into making iron production. Raging bullet space, 2 farms, 2 more to be built soon. Time for in. The road should be fine once he finishes that one. That's where he's planning to make his iron production, most likely. could... well, it should be fine, I guess. Stocky's base on probably the worst location on the map. Doesn't seem to have any problems so far though. He's got the sawmills, he's got plenty of wood, and woodcutters are cutting a lot. Seems like he decided to clear up this area and focus on planting at the sides of his base, which is in general a good idea. Seems like everyone so far has well, okay, Golem still yeah, Golem and Rage Bullet are still building their inns. Everyone seems to have gold production running, which isn't a surprise given how easy it is to make gold in most of the locations on this map. Minutes in the game. It's really hard to scrap wood on this map, really. You can see most of the players have enough woodcutters. Well, okay, well, there shouldn't be a problem in Razor's base though. He still has some wood and he didn't use all of his forests in the base. As you can see, he's making additional 2 woodcutters here and there, which should be enough for the time being. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Golem either. He still has plenty of wood inside the sawmills. He was cutting a tremendous amount. He had a forest here. I like this location a lot. I'm not sure whether I can play very well on it, but It's quite compact. There's plenty of space, so you can basically do whatever you want here. You can go with woodcutters towards the top here. You could even go for this forest if you really wanted to, I guess. Um, you can make the woodcuts on the left a bit more to the left than when compared to what Magic Bullet is doing here. Okay. It's like stock is lagging, so might need to go to lobby soon. Okay. I have to quit. Yeah, this is to be expected what happens here. Let's turn off the view of the game for a second. Ah, no password, okay. Okay. We're back and seems like Stefan replaced Stocky. Stocky might be some PC problems. That will be the first time. 32 minutes to peacetime. Razor going strong with his iron production and 4 working farms. Enough of coal mines for the time being. Definitely enough woodcutters. As you can see, just like I said, he ain't gonna have any problems with wood. Might need to add a few in the future, but now he has still plenty to cut. So if he adds some woodcutters, then he shouldn't have a problem around peacetime. If he doesn't, then well, it depends. As you can see, Golem has chosen to put his forest on the right side of his base. Right now, still seems to have plenty of tree trunks in sawmills. There's been a lot of trees here in his base. It's gonna be even more once he starts cutting here. not too worried about him. Should definitely focus on smarter buildings now though. There's only 3 farms, one more to be made soon, and only one swine farm when his farms are working and cutting corn since quite a while. If I were him, at this point I'd probably make stables too. Maybe not, I know there's only 50 working farms after all, so maybe just a swine farm. Already got 3 iron mines, should be fine now. We'll most likely slowly advance with the smithies. The raging build space. 5 woodcutters, if I'm counting correctly. Yeah, that's not a lot. Doesn't seem to be working too bad, but I'm not entirely sure this will be enough for later on. Although these woodcutters have really a lot of space, so maybe it's not too bad, I don't know. Seems like he doesn't want to build too much. He's likely going to make his ladder production at the bottom here, and not sure about these barracks, but yeah, it's not too bad I guess. But he has a lot of farms already, and I'm predicting this will be really nice for his ladder production. I'd probably risk making the stables right now. Still focusing on the iron though. Doesn't have second gold smelter. That's interesting. It's not that late, but might be too late soon. And a good time to take a look in everyone's base and see the gold production. This is strange. He could build it there for sure. I don't know why he's doing it like this. Not exactly needed. Stocky is back. That's probably what they mean. The lobby just keeps on breaking. So yeah, just like I was saying, it's plenty of farms here. Stock has got 5 farms. Lots of serfs. 61. They're not exactly busy though. Whoa, this is quite a late moment for the second gold mine. Probably that doesn't help. The fact that Stefan was replacing him for a couple of minutes doesn't really help him right now. How's wool? Wool is fine. Bit of space. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's not going for stables yet. That's kind of interesting. He's making the third swine farm. Well, that might have been a decision made by Stefan, which is kind of unfortunate. And with only 6 working farms, kind of working soon. It's gonna be, well, it's not impossible to make stables right now and to have some horses and peacetime, but you most likely need a little more farms for this to be effective. Let's see, Stalin, 7 farms. Yeah, to be honest, I think I agree. Well, I guess this means it will be more balanced. Well, it depends, because the left side has Razor, Bud and Stalin, and they all should have pretty good spam. Not sure about Butter. Already hungry. Oh damn. I shouldn't be surprised, I guess. I mean, this is rebounded. Let's leave Stocky to his own problems, I guess. zone, 7 farms, almost 8. Stocky seems to be really angry, but well, he didn't expand as fast as Stocky would, that's for sure. His entire city seems hungry. Whoa. Okay. Might be a bit difficult to fix that one up. Didn't even make a baker. Yeah, fine, okay, but started to wonder whether Stefan even built any buildings while he was playing. You probably noticed by now that most of the players have plenty of farms, everyone aiming for 8 at least. Well, except Bada because he doesn't care about his citizens, it seems. And except Stocky because Stefan didn't care about his base. Should make it pretty balanced, to be honest. Well, okay, I'm not sure whether I want to argue with that philosophy. Might be just the problem that Stefan would just do this in a different way. Which might be the real problem here. you can always go two ways in this game. You can go great or go small if you want to have a nice result. And Stocky is more of a big base player from what I saw last few days and last few games. While Stefan, apart from the fact that he usually has a bit less army on Stocky, but cities seem to be fine. I think he might be a small base player, although I'm not sure on this one, to be honest. Okay, this is really annoying. Oh no, it really kinda seems like a bowling game. Ah. There's 15 minutes to peacetime.
Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up.
Looking through the barracks of the
Hey,
left side
wake up.
team. Doesn't seem too bad. Oh, Razor are going for pikemen this time. While on the right side, oh. Well, Raging Bullet is fine. Stocky's Iron should be good. There's some problems with this base, so I'm not sure whether
Hey,
it's gonna
wake
work.
up. Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up.
Okay, he's making his noise right now. bullets base seems alright. Almost everything is done here. Just produce recruits and wait till peacetime now. Might need a bit more of armory workshops. Stocky completely ignored this. That's interesting. I think I'll make it. It's really interesting how he doesn't even make stables. Of course, I know that in current situations it's probably better to have false swine farms. But without horses it's gonna be a bit hard, and also... Oh, who's lagging, by the way? But again... Maybe it's him. Okay. I will get this. Why does he need the... Aha. Okay. He wants to overproduce the swords in this one. I'd say he might need a bit more woodcutters if he wants to produce leather from false swine farms. There's 7 minutes to peacetime. Usually have 25 iron on peacetime, I guess. So it's almost peacetime. There's not a lot of food here. Into buildings. We've got 5 minutes, and Stalin definitely needs a bit of wooden weapons. Got only 2. Yeah. Making one more here, one more here. Won't have enough on peacetime, but later on should be fine. That's not the worst ladder you can have. Making it from 3, 4, even 4 swine farms. Plenty of farms. As like I said before, most of the players going for at least 8 farms. Exception being Baratheon, who doesn't need leather or or food, it seems. Really bad in. Oh, that's not a bad. About 10 swordmen, 30 pikemen from Razor already. Might need a bit more wooden weapons as well, but it's not a big deal, I guess. Need 7, so can catch up in no time. Only 4 horses though, which is a bummer. Although on rebound, it's probably not that bad. Stalin, 30 leather, needs 7 more wooden weapons and plenty of iron. Should be almost 30 on peacetime, maybe 25 at least, let's say. 6 horses, so not too bad. Baratheon needs 9 bows and 7 swords. Only 4 horses, not the greatest performance. He also might need to fix his food, although that's it's not too bad. But yeah, if I were himself, I'd make these 2 farms much earlier. This is a really important map when it comes to. Yeah. Okay, I forgot that it's possible to do this, but it's still really funny digging gold from lava. Although it was intended, I think. I think that's what Ben wanted to happen. Anyway, looking at Stocky, he kind of fixed this. Only has 30, well, almost 35 leather. Needs a bit more weapons. About 30 iron soldiers, but recruits are a massive problem, and he has no horses at all, which is kind of, well, it's really bad. The Raging Bullet, best army on the map so far. I mean, if you don't count Razors, cause Razors was pretty impressive as well. Did Razor have enough recruits? Oh, definitely. Yeah, so Razor is much better. Already has 6 horses as well. Really nice job from Razor. And one more golem. No horses? Yeah, so the right side has a big problem because every single guy in the left side team is better than its counterpart in the other team. Quite nice army from Bullet and Razor today. I'm not too impressed by other people in this game though. But Stalin probably not too bad. Stocky would be good if not for the fact that he was has been replaced by Stefan the Great, who had a different vision of this base. So there's a massive advantage for the left side right away at the start. We'll see what happens. See scouting. Ah, Razor lagging again. Lobby again. Okay, a little white lie. It's almost balanced.
Hey, wake up.
Whoops. Okay. It's not a lot happening right now. We can see the arms are lining up. Why are they facing in this way? This is strange. Golem didn't take his position, which probably means he'll be the first victim. How much does Razor see? Oh, he sees plenty, which means Golem has like no chance. He really needs help from his teammates, but all that I can see coming is help from Stalin, which well, it means just save the game before it gets caught, just to be sure. Well, if we had a bit more bowmen, maybe it could work for Golem, but this is a terrible situation, there's not much he can do. Raging Blood doesn't even know how to help. This is a lost cause already. Three, two, one. Oh, what a terrible fight. It was a really bad game. Really boring peacetime, and this is just I don't even know what to say. Golem made a terrible mistake and didn't really train a lot of units too. Should have walked to somewhere here. Well, on the other hand, he had a lot less than Razor, so maybe he was screwed either way. Okay, this is interesting. I have no idea why they called. But okay, this is terrible for Raging Blood, obviously. For fuck's sake, guys, come on, vote. This is terrible. I have saved, by the way, so. Doesn't seem like, or maybe they want to continue, I'm not sure. I can't believe I saved it at 4 minutes, but well, seems like should be the same. Okay, for anyone who might that concern, let's see this one more time. Oh, there's not much that can happen here, given how much better the left side is, I guess, but... Wonder where Raging Blood's horses are. Hard to believe there's only a few of them left. Might have been killed somewhere. Ouch. No, 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 come on, Golem, don't do this, don't do this. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, please.
Into the battle! Fire!
Okay. Seems like Bara and Stalin attack Stocky 2 versus 1. It's not a lot that the right side can do. Yeah, you can see he's basically dead. Golem's army was really kinda bad, and Stocky had bad luck with his power failure and being replaced by for a few minutes, which really made his base suffer.
Keep following me!
This is really painful to watch, I know it. Previous game was much better. Not much I can do about it, I guess. Okay, I guess that's it. You can see the... Well, the spam is kinda obvious. Raging Blood and Razor, best armies by far. Baratheon and Golem and Stalin pretty similar. That's kind of what I expected. I kind of expected Stalin to be a bit better though, but might be just that he didn't train his troops, I'm not sure. Stocky really bad thanks to what I said earlier. Let's just forget about this game. Well. I don't think I'm gonna stream another one. So I'd just like to thank you for staying till the end, even if this second game was not really something I'd like to watch again. And well, see you next time. Maybe I'll do something tomorrow. We'll see. See ya.
Sound resumed. Welcome back.
A to kto? Who's this? Ah, Razora. And that's Philo, not coaches in this channel.